Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be showing you guys how I do my eyebrows. So yeah, in the video I show you all the products that I use. I'm actually gonna show you how I groom them and everything. So if you guys want to learn how I do my eyebrows, stay tuned. Bye, I'll see you later. Hi guys, so I start by moisturizing and preparing the area with this Aveeno moisturizer, and I just apply it very generously in the area. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm gonna be using one of those little razors and tweezers, these kind of tweezers here, and this type of razor. You can get it pretty much everywhere. Now I'm gonna start also by setting where my eyebrows starts and where my eyebrows end. That is really very important, guys. It really annoys me when girls have their eyebrows that start like in the middle of their eye. Now I'm just gonna start by shaving the axis of the hairs at the beginning of the brow. See how I measure where I mark that line, and then at the end as well. Now I'm just gonna shave on the top of the eyebrow, and you have to be really careful, guys, because you don't want to take your whole eyebrow when you do this process. So please be very careful. Now I'm just gonna try to shave all the extra hairs that I have here, and we're also gonna do it on the other side. Now if you can't get the little hairs, don't worry about it, because we can get it with the tweezers later. Now I'm also gonna try to shave all the extra hairs on my lid. Now it sounds pretty rough here because the door opened. It sounds pretty rough on the video because for the length of the video I had to speed it up, but take your time and do it as slow as you can so that you avoid cutting yourself or irritating your skin. I'm just gonna take out the extra of the lotion since we don't need it anymore, and I'm just gonna start plucking my brows now. Just gonna pluck. And if you guys notice here, I just work in like a straight line here. You guys are gonna notice how I put my tweezers here in a straight line, and basically all the hairs that are on the way, I just pluck them out. Now I am just gonna be plucking here the extra hairs that I have at the beginning of my brow, and I'm just gonna measure them just to make sure that I didn't cut them shorter or longer, and it looks like they're perfect. Now I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors and the little comb at the end of this pencil. You guys can pretty use like any little comb or that you have, and I'm just gonna try to cut the hairs. And you see how I'm brushing them up instead of brushing them down. If you brush them down, you are gonna start shaving hairs that are supposed to stay. So my recommendation would be to just brush them up instead of brush them down. So see how I'm brushing them up over here as well. Products that now there's out there a bunch of products that we can use for our eyebrows. There is gels, there is the typical pencil, there is powders, all kinds of stuff for our eyebrows. Me and specifically the method that I like the most would be the eyeshadow method, just because I think that if you make a mistake or something, it's easier to clean up a mistake that you have done with an eyeshadow than a mistake that you have done like with a pencil or with a cream. So of course, you know, there's a bunch of products out there that you guys can buy, from like the most expensive things all the way up to, you know, the cheapest thing that you can get from like Elf for $1 or $3, like this cream. Now, I saw this girl on YouTube and she was doing her eyebrows with this gel eyeliner. That's what I bought it. I haven't tried to use it on my eyebrows, but you know, this is an option. If you guys like to do cream on your eyebrows, you can do that as well. I've done my brows before in videos using this pencil with you know, the typical spoolie here, and this pencil, it's really cool because it's kind of like wide at the end, and then it is like the tip, it is skinny, so that when you're doing your eyebrows, if you want to do like a really thin line, you can, or if you want to do like thick lines, you also can. The typical sharpen pencil, and I have 2 examples here to give you. This one's just by Elf, and I used to use this one a lot for my eyebrows. That's why it's so small now. And here is another one. And I don't remember where I got this one, but you know, it's also just a brown pencil. Now, they say that when your hair is really dark, you're supposed to use a shade that is 2 shades lighter than your hair color, and when you have blonde hair, you're supposed to use a color that is 2 shades darker than your regular hair color. My hair, you know, the roots are still pretty dark. Just right here at the bottom, I have like, you know, like lighter pieces of hair, so I'm still using my regular color. This pencil, it's in the color, where is the color for this pencil? This pencil, it doesn't have a color, but as you can see on the lid, on the cap, it is pretty dark, as well as the pomade and, you know, the different pencils, and as well as this eyeshadow. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about this eyeshadow, because this eyeshadow, I've been using it. It's not an eyeshadow, it is actually a brow color, and it is by Maybelline, and it just comes in this little package like this, and I've had it forever, and look just how much product I've used up. This one is the Ultra Brow Brush on color, and it is in the color dark brown. So I always use definitely the darker colors on my brows. Now, one of the things that, you know, most of the girls do use on her eyebrows is the typical brow gel. I'm gonna show you a brow gel. This one is my sister's, this one's not mine, but it's the Maybelline Brow Drama, and it just comes, you know, like in a little kind of like mascara type of one, and I've never used these ones before, so I couldn't really tell you how they work, but if you guys like these ones are perfect. Now, me personally, what I like to use is an all mascara. I don't know if you guys seen my older videos, but this is what I use on my eyebrows. Just a dry mascara that I don't use anymore. And you know, this is how the one for this one look. It's just like one of the voluminous mascaras. So definitely, you know, if your hair is really dark like mine, you can definitely use an all black mascara. This is another one that I use all the time, and this one has a little bit more product. So this one I almost don't use it on its own, because it still has quite a bit of product in there, you know, so when I apply it, I have to be like really light, otherwise I'm gonna end up with like big chunks of mascara everywhere. But definitely this is an alternative if you guys don't want to spend extra money on a brow gel. I'm going to show you guys how I fill them in. So I'm going to show you how I fill them in with these powder. Now there's a lot of little brushes that you guys can use. I have a couple here that I used before for my eyebrows. This one is a little bit thicker, definitely thinner at the end. And this one's like a shorter brush and it's more sparse at the end. But definitely, you know, anything that you guys have like this definitely will work. I got these ones in these, I think both of these are, I don't remember, but I got these brushes like on the really big sets of brushes that they sell like on eBay. That's where I got these brushes and they're perfect. I mean, you really don't need to get like a $20 brush from Anastasia if you know, if you guys are just, you know, working out with your eyebrows. I mean, if you definitely have the money to go buy a $20 brush, then go ahead and do it. But me personally, these ones work for me, and you know, if these ones work for me, I'm not gonna go ahead and buy a $20 brush just for my eyebrows. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna do one of my eyebrows and then I'll come back and I'll do the other one. Okay guys, so as you guys can see, I already did one of my eyebrows and I did not clean these eyebrow with a concealer or anything. Most of the time I don't clean them up just because I don't mess them up that much. But if anything, I would recommend you that if you feel that you really messed up on your eyebrow, do grab a little bit of concealer and just clean them up. But like right now, the way that I just want to show you how to do them, you really don't need concealer. Now another tip that I'm gonna give you guys is if you go out, or you know, if you like are going to work and you think that your eyebrows are not gonna last, I would recommend you to wear an eyeshadow primer over your eyebrow as well, not only like on your lid, but if you want, you can just put it all the way up to your eyebrow as well, and that is gonna help you keep your eyebrow in place if you just do a little bit of eyeshadow primer. So yeah, let's go on. So like I said, I am gonna be using this brush, and I am gonna be using the Maybelline powder. Now to my brush, I'm just gonna spray it with a little bit of setting spray. You guys can use seriously any setting spray that you have. You don't have to use this one, but I'm just gonna grab the brush and I'm just gonna spray it here, and I'm just going to dip my brush in the powder. Just want to show you here how the powder is gonna get a little bit wet. And I start by doing just the bottom part of my eyebrow, and I just keep on grabbing the product from the space that is already wet. I tried just applying the setting spray on the eyeshadow instead of the brush, but that is just gonna mess up with the product. So I wouldn't recommend you guys to do that. Then I'm just gonna work it with little strokes. Now if you guys notice here on the arch, I'm just gonna like turn my brush here a little bit like this as I go. Like I start straight, right? And then as I go on the arc, I'm just gonna like move the brush a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go down. See? Now we're just gonna try to fill it in and just make it darker so that it can match with this one. Now if you guys notice, I'm not messing at all with
the line that we already created at the beginning. I'm just making these and of course the arc darker. Okay, now we're just gonna continue to make the whole thing darker, and with whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to make the beginning of my brow. So I'm just gonna place the brush flat on my eyebrow at the beginning of my eyebrow, and you guys can just measure it by just doing these. So whenever it's gonna start, I'm just gonna place my brush there, and I'm just gonna slightly pat it, and I'm just gonna start filling in the spaces. And there we go. Just gonna make it dark. And there we go. Now some girls like their eyebrows to be really light at the beginning, and if you guys do like that, my recommendation would be to just kind of like dab the brush at the beginning of the eyebrow and then just keep going. But since I don't do it like that, well then, you know, I can't really tell you. But once the eyebrows are done and filled in, I'm gonna take my mascara, and today I'm gonna be using the these darker one, the one that has a little bit more product, and I'm just gonna run it really lightly on the hairs, really light, guys. I'm not just gonna like try to get the product in there, you know. I'm just gonna try to brush the hairs so that they can stay in place. And if you guys hear a lot of coins, my son's playing with coins down here, so I'm sorry for the noise. So yeah, at the end of you know, of your makeup or anything, the other thing that you can do to keep your eyebrows on all day is to spray more setting spray, just, you know, on top of all of your makeup, and that is gonna make just everything just stay perfect. So yeah, this is what I do to, you know, get my eyebrows to look like this. They are you know, definitely not perfect, but remember, eyebrows are supposed to be cousins, not sisters or twins. So yeah guys, if you guys like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. The button is right here and it's completely free. So yeah, that's all for today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.